Hello and welcome to the New Age Geeks channel. It looks like everything's working. All right. If you're new here, we build an inclusive space for people of all walks of life through the power of friendship, magic, and tabletop role-playing games. Tonight we have Forging Fate, a sober D&D campaign set in the critical world of Exandria, following our adventuring party, the Fists of Fate. What's up, Fists?
What's up, Joe? This is just your weekly reminder that the New Age Geeks includes more than just us up here on the screen. It relies on all of you wonderful geeks and your participation in this community that we are growing together. If you want to become one of the New Age Geeks, you absolutely frickin' can. You can do it, and I believe in you. All you gotta do is subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels and make sure to join our Discord, where you will find moderated chats, emotes by one of our favorite geeks, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. And chat rooms with the cast and other members of this growing community. Another little reminder is that the best way to help us out is with engagement. So we'd greatly appreciate if you'd watch the video all the way through, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to make sure these platforms know to share us with everybody else. Also, speaking of engagement, we would greatly appreciate you guys if you clip some of your favorite moments from the show. Show us what you like. Show us our funniest moments, our most intense roleplay moments. I just love watching the clips back. That's another reason. But beyond Twitch and YouTube, we do also have posts going up on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram, and on Threads. So if you are on those platforms, make sure to follow us for more geeky goodness.
Twitch Prime is free if you already have Amazon Prime. That awards you a 1-month subscription to any channel on Twitch. Once per month, you do need to go in and resubscribe to that channel at no additional cost. Just link your accounts and click subscribe with Prime on that channel. We would love it if you use that on us, or you could actually subscribe to us. If you are feeling charitable, you could also subscribe on YouTube, perhaps gift subscriptions, cheer using bits, donate via PayPal. We have a merch shop and a Patreon for you to subscribe to. Lastly, if you wish to become a sponsor for the New Age Geeks, reach out to us directly via our Instagram page to begin those discussions.
Before I get into my part of that, Cece, are you still logged into the New Age Geeks?
I just logged out, don't worry about it.
I'm like,
I forgot I was still logged into the New Age Geeks Twitch.
Who just commented as me?
Sorry.
Also,
I saw your face and I saw the chat. I'm like, shit.
Also, thank you, King Smiley, for the sub. We really appreciate it.
Thank
really
you,
appreciate your support. Speaking of sponsors, if you enjoy the music we have going on here on Forging Fates, we highly recommend checking out the Songcraft bot. The Songcraft bot allows you to play open source community selected music directly from your Discord server with just a few clicks. Whether you're playing with friends or streaming on Twitch, you can use the audio stress-free. With their pro level subscription, you get access to 40 plus music genres, 20 plus soundscapes, global genre selections, and 2 premium Discord servers, all for just $10 a month. But by using our referral code NAG, that's N-A-G, you get $2 off your subscription for the first 3 months. All you need to do to get started is invite the Songcraft bot of your choosing into your server, then hit play and let Songcraft take care of the rest. Other announcements. We have...
Sorry. I was just going to say we have QPD on Wednesday, Queer and Present Danger, which I'm very excited for. And then also on Saturday, I will be a part of a one-shot over on the Records of the Realms Twitch channel. It will, I believe it starts at 7 p.m. Central Standard, but I will be posting about it on Instagram later. So,
Okay.
That's my announcements.
We'll also reshare that, I'm sure, on the New Age Geeks Instagram when information becomes available. That being said, this week we have tomorrow Spell Shots finally coming back after another hiatus. And then do you know if there's a guest tomorrow, Jem? Yeah, you could just give me a thumbs up. No guest. No idea. Okay, so check out Spell Shots tomorrow, where Jeremy returns, and if there is a guest or not, we'll see. Also, on Wednesday, we have Queer and Present Danger returning with our amazing cast.
I love them so much.
For those of our new viewers, do you want to give us a quick update on where your team is at on that, Cece?
Yeah, so last session they fought a evil cleric, a war priest, if you will, that had desecrated a local temple. They won that battle, and now, after finally having decided on their next plans, they are traveling north towards the city of Wimborne, which is the capital of the continent that they're on, in search of the supposed anchors that they have heard and discovered. The anchors that tether the gods to the material plane. So, next episode.
Okay. That is at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. That being said, thank you, Gaming Benjamin, for the bits, and thank you for the sub. I don't know, it's not popping up with who did it. I saw it pop up, but then it disappeared, so I don't know who to
We
thank.
got a sub from King Smiley.
No, I think there was another one after him that popped, but I don't see it. Anyways, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
That being said, is there any other announcements? Yes, there is, and I'm.
Oh yeah, the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well-oiled machine here, everyone. So, because of this little thing going on in the desert, we're going to be missing another cast member next week. So, that being, yes, for
the next 2 weeks.
The next 2 weeks. So, instead of us continuing on with our story, where we're in this very intense situation, they're about to go and face off against a major boss. We are going to be doing a recap. We've got so many new people here. We're going to be, me, Taz, Cece, and Dom are going to be recapping every arc up until this point. It's going to be spread over the 2 weeks because there's a lot to cover, and we want to take your questions. If you have any deep burning questions about character motivations or some of the plot details, feel free to ask them during that. But for the next 2 weeks, during this time slot, we're going to do a Forging Fates recap. So all those of you that are joining us now, we'll be able to get brought up to speed on the stories thus far. This way, when they go in back to Vasselheim and face off against the Blade Wielders, you're all caught up and you know everything going on. That being said, is there anything else I'm missing now?
No.
All right. Then let's dive into tonight's episode of Forging Fates. All right, and we are back. So, who would like to pick up the recap for this week? Thank you,
That
Cece.
will be me. Oh shit! I forgot that I have to do it as Finnick. So we finished our travel we finished chasing Darius Blackwood after he stole a piece of the water blade from the Platinum Sanctuary's vault. When we finally reached our destination, we realized that it was Shamal Bay, a place that I have actually spent a good amount of time in. We docked our airship, and after explaining our situation to the dock captain, we kind of realized that we forgot a important piece of paper stating that we were there on business. So while I caused the distraction with my wyvern, Clover was nifty enough to go and create a document for us stating that we were here to chase down a criminal of Vasselheim. And so we walked around the streets of Shamal Bay, and it was overall calming, even though we were in a stressful situation. We also talked to the captain, asking about if he had seen anybody like Darius Blackwood or any of his aliases, and he told us that they were headed to the general shop or to a local inn or restaurant, if you will. And so, through some quick thinking, we made our way to the inn where I actually ended up reuniting with an old friend, the owner, and had a nice little catch-up conversation before asking her the prying information if she had seen the people that we were looking for. And she had. And apparently he did not travel alone. So, after a little bit of discussion and my failed attempt at causing a distraction to get everybody to leave, Clover and Gormog headed upstairs to sort of scout it out. And after I heard a loud bang from upstairs, I may or may not have started a fire to get everybody out. And with that, Whisper and I headed upstairs where we fought Darius. But it seems like his companions weren't really his friends. They seemed to be mind controlled like other people we saw. And after striking down Darius and preventing his escape, we helped cleaned up a little bit and then decided to go to the beach and just relax for a minute.
Okay.
And that's where we're picking up.
All right. So, as you all now sit in the late afternoon sun, the events of the last few hours, few days, few weeks, kind of sitting on your shoulders. The five of you gather now in the sand. As best you can. Whisper.
I'm a seal. Remember?
Oh, yeah. I have probably taken my armor off by now, because you don't want to be sitting in hot metal in the sun. So place that in my bag of holding and just sort of fall backwards into the sand and just take in the heat.
Okay. Who has the shard, just as a reminder?
It is in my bag of holding.
Okay. All right. So, as you all are kind of up on the beach now, you see Tristan. He's kind of begun to strip down on some of his clothing, and you could see the majority of his body is covered in these multicolored chromatic scales now. You see his rib cage is almost deformed in its shape as it's kind of crushed in a bit on the sides now, and his chest is protruding a little bit more, giving this more like lizard-like box shape to his rib cage. And he just kind of steps off and kind of sits at the edge of the water and sitting down just enough into the water that it kind of laps up across his legs.
Wormrog is probably gonna stand away from everybody else for a bit. Just looking out across the water.
Yeah, Clover is feeling the same way Gormrog is, probably not for the same reasons, but she's also going to kind of be standing at the shoreline on her own, letting the waves crash against her ankles as she just gazes out into the horizon.
Okay. What is Whisper doing? Just sealing around?
I'm a seal. Yeah.
Just sealing around.
I love you.
So.
This
uh,
beach has her seal of approval.
Yep. I am probably. I was waiting to see where Finnick is, and then
I'm just laying in the sand.
one by one, a seal with like a blue iridescent like streak on its head will try, maybe unsuccessfully or successfully, to sneak to each of you, and either if you're in the sand, throw mud at you, or if you're close to the water, splash you. And my game is to make it so you don't notice me doing it.
Roll a stealth
Okay.
check
Probably
for
not
me.
very successful because I'm a giant seal.
Roll a stealth
What?
check for me as a seal.
I don't have that
I
up.
think that's my favorite quote so far. Roll stealth for me as a seal.
Let me find that.
I'm gonna say
Oh,
on
I
land.
do have it up.
Oh, okay, good.
What is Dex? Okay. Look at me. Wow, they actually have a +1 in Dex. That's crazy.
Didn't expect that.
8.
Every single one of you noticed this seal trying to slowly creep up next to you.
I'm gonna pretend like I don't notice. I'm just like, whatever Whisper's doing, I'm gonna let her do her thing.
Thanks for playing along.
I got you.
I'm sorry, what was that? What was that sound?
Nope.
the,
One
mics
when you're
the mics didn't pick it up.
Yeah. No.
Whisper, I think that's my favorite animal form of yours so far.
I'll wiggle. And then jump back. And I'll just go back into the water. Yeah.
I'm just gonna wobble up.
Yeah.
Just all around.
All right. Is there anything anyone specifically want to do at the beach, or are we just gonna move on from here?
I will, after a while of being melancholy and dramatic, edgy, and whatever else, Gormog's gonna just take a deep breath, let it out, fortify, and then come back to everybody else. While Whisper is splashing around, he'll probably like sneak up behind her and splash her instead. And then flop down in the sand next to Finnick. And then I'm gonna reach for your hand.
And I'll take it. I'll take your hand. And I'll just give you like a soft squeeze on your hand.
Thanks.
Or
Not letting death stop you from bringing me back.
I would always bring you back.
Good. I'm not ready to leave just yet.
I would do everything in my power to make sure you stick around.
My hero.
I do a little like hair flip. I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified when I saw you drop.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not exactly easy on me either.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I guess I haven't experienced that, and I just want to check in with you.
Mm-hmm. Still coming to terms with the fact that I died. Again.
Again?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the second time it's happened.
Was I there for the first one?
No, no.
Oh,
Only person here who ever saw that was Tristan. Back when we were with the River Maw, we got into a lot of trouble sometimes. And sometimes the punishments for that were pretty severe. And a few rounds in the training grounds of the River Maw tribe often leaves you bloody, broken, struggling to move. And one time I disobeyed the chief, wouldn't hurt somebody that they wanted me to hurt. My insubordination was punished with a round of beatings from the entire tribe. And even the orcish resilience of the Everflame wasn't enough.
I squeeze your hand a little tighter.
You know, the reason why I'm not overly fond of clerics and the gods is because they brought me back after that. Which meant I had to endure more time with the River Maw. When I just wanted it to end. An abusive family of barbarians is no place for someone like me. But time with you guys, meeting Pike Trickfoot, and I'll reach for the amulet of the Stormlord. Say maybe the gods ain't half bad this time around. Clerics are alright. Some of them.
Yeah.
And living is definitely preferred to the alternative. Because, what?
Did you see anything? Feel anything?
Oh, I saw. There's rules in the Raven Queen's realm. There's a space between, I guess, the celestial realm and the ethereal plane. I know a lot of the older monks at the Cobalt Soul talk about being able to project yourself out of your body into another realm of existence, and it's like that because you can still see all of this, but it's a different plane. But between that plane and the celestial plane is another plane of existence that encompasses all of them. And that's where the Raven Queen's realm is. And it's just, I saw everything around me as it still was there. But there was someone there. Mask of the Raven Queen, like those priests we met. Just all black outfit. And he just, I think it was a he, they looked at me and said, chill out for a minute. Just a minute. Fate's not done with you yet. And so I waited. And I watched. And I could feel as time passed, my body didn't physically move, but I felt further away from it. Until Pike broke that diamond over me. And suddenly everything came rushing back. I felt powerless there. And not for nothing, you're all incredible. Clover being stealthy and able to kill a man from 100 yards or right in front of him. Tristan, just insane brute force power. You with magic and fucking wings and that thing above your head.
I still don't see what you're talking about.
You
But
fucking Whisper can turn into animals.
I just sort of
Yeah.
look over at Whisper, dorking around as a seal.
Like,
Yeah.
she can call down lightning. That's insane. I just punch people really fast.
It comes in handy, though. You're able to essentially paralyze people with your fists.
You could do the same if you tried.
Mm-mm.
That's the thing. Anybody can do what I do. It's just training. It's about learning and practicing. But I have no innate magic to me. And I feel like I'm just a guy surrounded by demigods. And I admire all of you. And getting to travel with you guys as part of the Fists of Fate, well, my life has never been better. So to die now would be a waste. Think of all the things I'd never get to see you do. So,
I just...
thank you.
You're welcome. I just don't want... I want you to see so much. But not only from me, from Clover, Whisper, Tristan. I want you to experience everything.
Yeah. Me too.
I mean, we
Yeah.
know we've experienced a lot in the past only couple months.
Every day's been kind of chaotic. We got to get back though.
I know. I just want to enjoy this for a little while longer.
Yeah.
Also, I really need to buy like a short sleeve shirt, something.
No. Is there anything else anyone else wanted to do?
What's What's
What?
Clover doing right now?
I'm still at the, I guess, seashore. I've switched positions. I'm now sitting down with my feet in front of me and my hands kind of behind me, just letting the waves completely cover the bottom half of my body. And I'm just enjoying sitting by myself and not having to think too hard about anyone, monsters or bugs or people. So I'm enjoying my solitude at the moment.
I will say, you do notice at some point Tristan gathering himself up from the water and begin to walk up the beach and back into the city proper.
Hey.
I mean, at the time, I don't think anything of it. I'm a little bit annoyed still. So I'm just focusing on the water,
should-
hitting my fur at the moment.
Should we do anything about that?
When was the last time he went for a walk?
I mean, the last walk that I remember was just before Marie Lynn's.
So, Tristan's always needed time to himself. He'd go for walks and then bring me back something to make tea out of, to try something new. When we worked for Marie Lynn, it was one of those things that just let him collect himself, be out in the wild again, get away from the city. But I don't remember the last time he did that. He may need to be alone, but I don't know, with this curse thing, I'm worried about him.
Yeah.
Let's give him some time, but he usually says something before he goes. He doesn't just disappear.
I couldn't imagine suffering the same curse he does.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. About ready to punch Tiamat in all 5 of her freaking faces.
And you could probably do it too.
Out of character, I don't think we actually told Finnick or Whisper that Tristan now has like a 2-week timeline. Did we? I don't think that was ever communicated with them.
I don't think so.
Okay. Cool. Just wanted to make sure before I or Wormrag say anything else. Okay. Get to the act.
He doesn't have a lot of time left. He can't shift back from that.
I did notice that, but not a lot of time left.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
What aren't you telling me?
Saying it out loud makes it real, and I'm afraid. My brother might not be coming back from this. Whatever he's turning into. He's got about 2 weeks. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't remember exactly. Time's kind of blurring for me.
Like 2 weeks until he can't turn back? Or
So he's not Tristan anymore.
oh. Oh my god.
It's not just gonna affect his body. Like, yeah, cool, dragon, rah, but like, the thing he's turning into is not good. And Tristan is inherently good.
Right.
There's a reason why of all the Rivermore tribe, there is only one member that I call my brother, and it is him, because he is inherently good. He's the one that got me back last time I died, by taking me to the clerics. He's the one that stayed by my side and protected me since then. And he always comes back when he leaves. And I'm afraid of losing my brother.
Armog, I'm sorry. There's something we can do, right?
I, I don't know. I'm powerless to stop anything. But I will punch whatever fucking god I have to in order to keep my brother safe. So if we need to go back to the land of the gods, Vasselheim, the city of every temple there is, with that monstrous thing mid-stride, towering over everything. Gonna do it. I need to.
And I know the rest of us are here to help you.
Him. Help him, not me. Him.
Right.
Whatever we
I
can.
I mean, if when we get back to Vasselheim, we can talk to Citron. I know people at the Platinum Guard or Platinum
we've already talked to
somewhere. They're
Citron.
trying to help.
Citron knows. Citron's trying. Pike knows. Pike is trying. I got the Cobalt Soul doing research. Alabaster. Lily. Hell, I've even asked Cressida Holt. I don't know what the hell the city's going through right now. Westruun got devastated because of Sammy and Reyna. But I haven't heard from them. Haven't heard from the temples. But they promised they'd be trying.
Yeah.
So while she's kind of on her own, she has been eavesdropping a little bit on this conversation. It's been making her sad, but after hearing that Gormrog hasn't heard back about anything, Clover's going to try to completely drown out any sound of what they're talking about to escape it. So she's just gonna, I guess, take off her overalls and then just like dive into the water and just swim away from it.
I feel, not to change the subject, but Clover's been going through a lot too, especially
I
with
bet.
Tristan.
I don't love the way he's been going about this, but he does care for her a great deal, and I think he's scared of hurting her. And in pulling away, he's probably hurting her more. He doesn't
Well,
want to talk to me anymore, though. Not about that, anyway.
I mean, he's going through a lot of complicated emotions and things, and I mean, I know we all are, but I just want to make sure that everybody's gonna be okay.
I'm going to sit you up and then sit behind you so that you're leaning on me, and I'm just going to wrap my arms around you.
And I'll just sort of put my hands on your arms. And then I'm gonna look for Whisper and whatever she's doing right now.
Trying to catch a fish.
I don't know if that's a fish or clover.
Well, if it's got fur.
I can't see in the water. There's a glare. I don't know.
Roll me a d20, Whisper.
$16.
Bag of fish. This big old tropical fish. You just pop out of the surface of the water. It's like yellow and blue and just kind of flopping in your mouth.
Cool.
If I see that she catches the fish, I'm just gonna like clap. Good job, Whisper!
You see a
A
paw.
flipper.
Yeah, flipper. I was like, I couldn't think of the right word.
You all bring me so much joy. I want to keep it that way.
Well, I guess just when we can. Let's keep a stack of diamonds on us, huh?
I mean, I can actually afford them now, so should probably stock up on those before we leave. And also maybe get
A fate.
a different.
Oh my god. Sorry.
um, Maybe stock up on some diamonds before we leave and also get a different shirt. Jeez Louise. Thought
We
the
are going
armor was
back to-
warm.
No, I think it's just you. You're just hot in general.
Well, so are you.
Yeah.
Got any ideas for that date yet?
Lots. Actually.
I look forward to it.
Sammy and Raina first.
Right. Sammy and Rainer first.
Can't go on a date if the world's destroyed.
Well, I feel like that's debatable.
Maybe we'll get away for a bit.
Clover will come back in from the ocean, dripping wet, pull her overalls back on.
How's the water?
It's actually nice and cool in there. It definitely helped with the heat out here. Are you
I
guys
sorta-
gonna get in, or do you think we should start heading back?
I sort of turn my head slightly to look back at Gormrog. And then I shove myself off of him and run towards the water.
Oh, all right. I was gonna say go back, but I guess we're going in the water.
I'll take my
come on.
overalls back off, and I'm going to chase Finnick and Gormrog back into the water.
Just 5 more minutes.
Silly.
And this
gonna
time
try and-
around, I'm going to be a little bit less somber while I'm floating in the water, and I'm going to start splashing at them and joke around.
I'm gonna try and tackle Whisper into the water.
I'm gonna slap water at you with my little flippers. Yeah.
All right. So, as all of you kind of gather yourselves, enjoying a little bit of respite in the water, you eventually, as the sun begins to crest across the horizon, gather yourselves up on the beach once more, gathering your clothes and yourselves, and begin to make your way back towards the airship for the long journey back to Vasselheim. If you want to stop and grab diamonds, that's fine. Just mark off.
Yeah.
Just whatever the regular exchange is. Just whatever worth of
Because-
diamonds you want to get.
I am going to get 4 diamonds, each worth 300 gold pieces.
Okay. Easy enough. Just go ahead and mark.
One
that
for
off
each
and
of you guys.
add it into your inventory. But as you all gather back onto the deck of the airship, you see the captain there standing, Alara standing there holding a note, looking at you, Gormrog. She holds out the small bit of paper, it's kind of crumpled over, hands it out to you. Your friend wanted me to give you this.
What's that?
Your friend Tristan. Kind of hands it over to you. And as you go ahead and open it and read it, he briefly, as is his way, tells you that he got rumors of someone who can help stall the curse until the cleric at the Platinum Guard can find a more temporary solution. And he's going to be tracking that person down. And he didn't want you to follow him.
What is that? Gormrog, what is that?
It's a letter from Tristan, and I'm gonna hand it to you.
Clover will take the note and read it, and then crumple it up and shove it into Gormrog's chest, and she's going to run back into the town square and just start looking in every which direction, trying to see if she can spot Tristan.
Roll a perception check for me.
Um, 17.
Okay. Actually, you do see him. You see him walking down one of the streets. His long green coat kind of billowing out behind him. You run after him?
Yeah, I absolutely would run after him.
Okay.
Am I able to catch up?
Easily. You run up and catch up to him. You kind of reach your hand out, grabbing him by the shoulder, and you whip him around. It's not Tristan. It's just someone wearing a green coat, and in this moment, you've mistook them for the two.
I'm sorry, I thought you were somebody else.
It's all right. He kind of pulls his jacket back over
Sorry.
his shoulder and begins to move down the street once more.
I guess I'll walk back to the ship.
Okay.
Why didn't he tell me goodbye?
Why didn't he tell any of us goodbye?
Because Tristan doesn't say goodbye. Tristan just says, and then disappears.
That's not fair.
No. No, it's not. But he's always come back. And I swear to all the gods that there are, he better fucking come back.
I understand people wanting to have space. But this is... I don't know what to even think of it.
In the time that Clover had run away, I will have smoothed out the note, folded it neatly, and put it in my pack.
Okay.
I just sort of look at Clover and sort of extend my arms out.
Clover's going to run away from everyone into the ship and then hide.
Clover!
Well, if that is everyone, shall we lift off?
Yeah.
She kind of... Lara turns and makes her way back up towards the helm of the ship. And it's at this point you feel the ship vibrate as the energy comes to life in the crystals on either side of the ship, and it begins to vibrate and slowly rise up into the air as the sun begins to crest across the horizon, slowly lowering, casting purple and orange hues through the sky. And as your ship launches northward once more, leaving behind the white pebbled sand of Shamal Bay, leaving behind your ally, your friend, your loved one, you sail northward to fight against avatars of the gods, the primordials, in this moment where things are becoming most desperate, sail off, just the four of you. And as the sun sets and darkness takes the deck of the ship, I think that's probably a good place to call a break.
Oh, we gotta hydrate.
Oh,
Got my giant jug today.
hydrate. But I think that is a good place to take our break. We get ready to continue on the journey back northward towards Vasselheim. Thank you for the raiders. I hope your game was good, DKMC. We
I
will
watched
be.
the first hour and a half. It was good.
Yes, as did I.
10 out of 10.
But we'll be back in a couple minutes. We love you, geeks. See you in a minute. And, well, there we go. And we're back. All right. So, as the airship glides off northbound into the darkness, Clover having hidden herself amongst the bows of the ship, you all stand on the deck watching Shamal Bay drift off into the dark behind you. What do you guys want to do?
I run to the kitchen.
Okay. There is some food prepared for the chef has already kind of had a little bit of a spread prepared for the evening. Mostly just the dried meats and some fresh fruit that they've kind of gathered up in Shamal Bay. So you get a lot of like mangoes and some of the more melons from the local region.
Let me take care of this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I trust you, but okay.
My friends are sad.
Okay. We can fix sad with food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how that works, right?
That's science.
Oh, always.
Mhm.
And I pull out the fish that I caught.
Okay.
And I pull out a bunch of rosemary.
Okay.
And that's what I'm gonna.
Just start going in.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I'm gonna make sure I grab just like a handful of things that aren't meat, and put a bunch of rosemary on it
Okay.
and cook that. I don't know if any of it goes together, but
Okay.
yeah.
All
You
right.
can certainly try.
You know what? You're not proficient in chef's tools, right?
No, not yet. I'm trying. I'm working.
All right.
I did
I
take a
tried.
couple of cooking lessons in the
That's
time.
true. That's true.
Like,
Roll me a d20.
mhm.
Ed,
That's just it.
Ed, I'm gonna. Oh, I want to say intelligence, but I'm gonna let you do wisdom
I was gonna say that's
because I feel like Whisper is not worried about recipes, just how it feels.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100. I don't. Yeah.
That's the difference between like cooking and baking. Is baking is a science, but cooking just how you
it
feel.
feels, maybe.
I'm so good at baking.
That's so. Add my wisdom.
Yeah.
Then that's a 16.
Okay. All right. You're able to throw something together. It's actually, especially based off your track record, this is an edible meal. This is. It actually smells pretty fucking good.
It's all that rosemary, man. That's like the magic stuff.
Yeah, that's the magic powder. Never mind. Taking that back. It smells good.
Took me a sec.
And roll me another d20. Just flat.
14.
You actually become proficient in chef's tools.
Look at
You
you go.
You have practiced
Only
long
took 2
enough.
years.
You've practiced long enough
Good
now
comes from tonight.
that Whisper now actually knows how to use chef's tools.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Like,
I feel like while Whisper has ran off to the kitchen, I turn back to look at Gormrog and I'm like, I'm gonna go look for Clover. I don't know how well
Yeah.
I'm gonna do, but I want to find her,
Okay.
and I'm going to try my fucking best to find her
All right.
because I know she's sneaky.
Clover, roll me a stealth check at disadvantage because I'm assuming you're not being the stealthiest.
Clover's not hiding anymore.
Okay.
At this point, we've been on the ship for a little while, and she has gravitated back to her cannon. And she sees Shamal Bay in the distance, just getting further and further away, and she's just staring at it longingly and with profuse sadness.
Okay. I'll say, Finnick, you go to start searching, and as you kind of turn from Gormrog, you see Clover just kind of on the deck at this point, just idly watching over the side.
Well, I found her. I'm gonna turn and start walking towards Clover. I'm gonna stop just a a few steps behind her.
I hear you.
I know. I just want to. I would say make sure you're okay, but I know you're not. And I want to be here for you.
Everyone I get close to always leaves. Tristan. Felix has been gone for months. The magician threw me away like I was trash. And
Could you
what?
even say you were close to the magician?
That's my earliest memory. I don't have anybody else. If I had parents, they abandoned me too. Or at least they have never come looking for me. The common denominator is always me. So something about me drives people away, and I don't know what to do about it.
Clover,
No, I shouldn't even be talking to you right now because I don't want you to leave me either.
I'm not going to. I kneel down to Clover's level. Clover, just because the common denominator is you does not mean that you are the reason.
He told me that he would protect me. And he told me that he loved me. And then he just completely disappeared during the battle that he was supposed to fight with me, and now he's gone. And I say the wrong thing every time, and I froze when he told me he loved me, and I shouldn't have, because I know what he's going through and that he doesn't have a lot of time left, but I didn't say it back. And now he left, and he didn't say goodbye. And you'd think that I would get used to it by now, but it hurts more and more every time. I'm just tired. I'm tired of losing people.
Clover, I know. I just want to say this. First off, this isn't a feeling that you should get used to. Not everybody is going to leave you. We all cherish you so much, and you are such an important part of this group. And I can guarantee you that you aren't the reason that Tristan left. He doesn't know how to handle his emotions. And he has to handle it the way he handles things. I know it's...
No, he's the only one who knew what I've been through, and he still left. He knew what that would do to me. And I'm not upset that he is maybe finding help. I hope that whatever he's doing right now does help him. But he knew that he should have said goodbye, and he didn't.
I'm sorry, Clover, that this is happening to you. I really am. I want to help you. I want to be here for you. And I know I've already said this, but I promise you I'm not going to leave. Not of my own volition.
I feel like that's what everyone says until they do it.
I hold out a single pinky. I promise you.
I don't want to make any more promises. I will take a hug.
I open my arms.
I like fall right into her and just start crying.
And I will hug you tightly. I know it's a lot to feel alone and abandoned. And I will do whatever I can to make sure that you don't feel that way. You have a whole support system here.
I just hope that both of them are okay, wherever they are. Tristan and Felix.
I do too.
I'm just gonna go back and just watch Sharmal Bay disappear.
Do you want me to stay with you?
No.
I'll be here if you need me.
Thank you.
And then I'll stand up and begin to walk away, but continually glancing over my shoulder.
Okay. Gormrock, you wanted to say something? Okay. What is Gormrock and Whisper doing as you sail off into the darkness? Oh wait, we know what Whisper's doing. Disregard. What is Gormrock doing?
Gormrog needs to do something with his hands so as not to start punching things. So he's gonna start scrubbing the ship, patching any damages in it, basically just doing busy work about the ship like one of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere somebody is doing work, he will start helping. Anything that he can do that's like repetitive tasks, so as to facilitate meditation in productivity instead of destruction.
Okay. Not a lot of repairs to be done, as the ship has kind of been docked for a day, and even longer than that. The ship hasn't really fallen under too much heavy damage over the last few days, but you find plenty of things to clean, as ships need constant maintenance as far as that's concerned. The rest of the evening goes off without much incident with all of you, as eventually the smells from below, from Whisper's cooking, kind of begin to permeate through the deck. And those of you that...
lot of rosemary.
Tremendous amount of rosemary smell.
Yeah.
But eventually, hunger does hit all of your stomachs, and you are drawn below, unless you actively choose not to. And you eat Whisper's meal, which is actually not bad. Surprisingly good, actually, some might say. But if there's nothing...
Here, don't be sad.
Whisper, this is incredible. You're getting so good at this.
You're not lying?
Why would I? What? No, I'm not lying. Why would I lie about this? This is great, and I'm just going to be scarfing down the food.
Yeah. Rosemary.
The trick.
It's amazing what plants can actually add to meat, huh?
Yeah, it's really good.
Thanks. I like. Is Clover down there too?
I'm actually not. I probably just stayed up by my cannon, my little home.
I
A little
made
safe space.
vegetables for Clover too. Where is she?
Well,
She's
go ahead.
probably up on the deck. Do you want to bring it to her? Do you want me to bring it to her?
You bring it. Tell her not to be sad and eat food.
All right. I'm gonna take some more for myself, and I'm gonna bring Clover, or I'm gonna go to the deck and try to find Clover at the very least. Are you hiding, or are you just there?
I'm just there.
All right. Hey,
Hey,
Whisper made food. She made a vegetarian dish for you. I'm gonna offer it to you.
is it? How is it?
It's really good.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm not really.
she's getting okay. Well,
It smells good
I'll
though.
I'll leave it here, and I'm just gonna put it next to the cannon.
Thanks. Are you okay?
No. No, I'm not.
I'm not
And I know you're not either. My brother's an idiot.
That's true.
I love him so much. And he's probably doing what he thinks is best for us, to keep us safe, to protect us from himself. But I'm really mad at him.
I just wish he talked about it with me first. I
God,
think about it when he
yes.
walked off at the beach. When I noticed him. I saw him walk off at the beach,
Mhm.
and I should have went after him. I had this split second in my thought, like I should go after him. And then I said to myself, why am I the one always going after people? Why doesn't anyone ever come after me? And it's been my biggest regret since I left home. Maybe if I went after him, we could have just had a conversation.
You know, we fought, him and I. Had an argument. He pinned me against the wall and was yelling at me. Because I told him to talk to you. He's he's never been good at talking, and it would solve so many of his problems.
But we've been talking. We talk a lot. I mean, I don't know when that fight was. I have noticed that you guys have been distant, but like, we talk a lot.
Good. I'm sorry that this is the way this happened.
Did he tell you that he told me that he loved me?
Yeah.
Did he tell you that I didn't say it back? And now he's gone and he might die. Or he might get cursed. And
He is
to come
cursed.
to that forever. And I might never see him again. And I had a chance and I blew it.
No, Clover.
No, that's
You didn't
exactly
blow it.
what happened.
He chose to leave. That is not your fault. He chose to leave without saying anything. That is not your fault.
It might be.
No. You don't have that kind of power. You are incredible in many ways, but you do not have the power to stop him.
I don't know if I should take offense to that.
There are many things you are good at, and there are many things you can do. But controlling other people, that's something only evil people do. And you're not evil. Morally ambiguous, maybe, but
I've made some bad choices.
I'm gonna wink at her and just be like, I'm just playing around. But
No, I've made some really bad choices.
we all have. We ate a frog man. Like,
I did not eat the frogman. I only cooked him.
it's a collective bad decision, is my point. The bad decisions don't make bad people. And Tristan was gonna leave regardless.
He could have warned me.
Would have. Didn't.
Gormrog.
Yes.
How have you been since the interrogation? You and I were the only ones who went through that.
Still have nightmares about it.
I thought after killing him that maybe it would make it all go away, but even just standing here in the dark. It hasn't.
There are some things that are gonna stick with us for a long time.
I'm learning that.
I think it doesn't help that with both him and Valeria, when we thought we killed him, he kept going. And I don't know, it probably won't set in for a while. Weeks, months, a year, more, who knows? But without knowing he's truly gone, I'm gonna have nightmares for a while. I'm sorry you're going through it too.
I'm sorry you're going through it too. I was just gonna say that. I actually am getting kind of hungry. Maybe I'll try Whisper's food.
That's so good. She's getting really good at this.
Clover's gonna pick up a green bean. Would that be on the plate? Pick up something from the plate.
So she prepared it's mostly diced potatoes cooked in a coconut water. There's some bell peppers that have kind of been diced and are mixed up in it they're roasted. There's also a poblano that has been cut up in it as well, so it's got a little bit of a spice to it. But between the sweetness of the coconut water and the spice, the starchiness of the potatoes, it's actually pretty good.
I'm gonna sniff it first. I'm gonna look around skeptically because I've had Whisper's cooking before. And then I'll like attach my tongue to it. We're like, oh. And I'll like take another bite and then like slowly start shoveling this meal into my mouth, and I'm like, this tastes like what my mama makes.
I'm gonna sit down and eat my food too.
Yeah, I'm just like sitting with my back against the wall of the ship, I suppose.
I'd sit next to you if you were cool with it, and also have my back to it, and just she's gotten really good at it. I remember when I'll cook him for Marie Lamb, I made something like this. Don't tell Whisper, but it wasn't this good.
Thanks for bringing it to me. This has been the first time I've smiled in Wow, I can't remember. Like before the gala.
Yeah.
It's like it's all gone downhill since then. Oh, well, before then we were in jail.
Speaking of things we don't want to regret not saying, and I know we've had a lot of heavy shit, and I'm gonna hit you with one more. I want you around.
Thank you.
I know you and I haven't really talked much in a while, and the last fight we had in the Druid Grove about Gormrog, you don't even talk to me. Why are you yelling at Bramble Thornwhisper about me and trying to defend me when you don't even know what I want? I realized that I was making assumptions, and I'm sorry about that. And so, to start over, simply stating intention, I want you to know that I want you around. I like you. You're my friend. I care about you. And I enjoy your company.
I'm just gonna kind of like cozy up against his shoulder and just keep eating. I don't really know what to say to that, but I appreciate it.
I'm also going to keep eating. Just look up at the sky and just.
You know, he keeps writing these notes to us, and I didn't even know he could write.
Oh man, yeah, he writes music too.
What? I mean, I
Uh-huh.
know he plays his songs, but does he actually write the music?
He's working on it. Yeah, yeah. He's working on it.
As the pair of you sit in the quiet of the deck, finishing your meals together. Eventually, the night shift for the crew begins to take their places, taking over the helm and going about their evening duties.
Hey,
You all begin to make your way down towards your quarters.
Oh.
Go ahead, Finnick.
Oh, I was just gonna say I wanted to talk to Whisper.
Okay.
'Cause I guess shortly after Gormog left, as I'm finishing up my food. Hey, Whisper.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, first things first, where'd you get all this rosemary?
I've been keeping an eye out for it, and from Citron's place kitchen. It was really good.
Yeah, it is. I'm glad that you're finding something that you enjoy to do.
Yeah. Yeah, cooking is fun.
I very much agree, although I'm not good at it. I feel like last time I tried to cook you guys breakfast, back when we were still in Westron, it didn't
Oh my god,
go
that's
very
so...
well.
Yeah. You gotta keep trying. If you like it.
Maybe you can give me some pointers.
Rosemary.
I will make a mental note of that. Um, I heard garlic is also really good with rosemary.
I'll have to try.
I'll keep an eye out for some.
Uh-huh. Are
I
you
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, are you sure you want to go back?
Not in the slightest. I know it's gonna be another hard fight.
Yeah.
I just Dom, don't look at me like that.
Mhm.
Um, I'm honestly kind of scared about it because last time we encountered them, it
Horrible.
was not a good time.
I think I was more asking if you're sure you want to go back to a place that has so much bad things in your memories now, even more so.
That's a good point. I mean, after the whole, like, I didn't even want to go back before we even knew about the blades. I'd never really planned on going back. But it's that whole thing of overcoming your past, but when shit goes sideways, can't really help it.
Mhm.
I mean,
I think I'm struggling as to like, why is this our responsibility? Like, why does it feel like this is on us, and why do we have to do these things?
I wish I could give you an answer. I really do. It's, I know we've taken a lot on ourselves and things have gotten crazy since, I guess, the first day we met.
Blood popsicles.
God. Yeah. Honestly, I'm glad I was able to stop the carriage.
Same. But I don't know, man.
Are you, like, is this something you want to do?
I don't even know. I mean, I want to stop the bad people from doing the bad things, but like, I just feel I'm just a whisper. Like, I don't know. Why is it me? I'm not like Vox Machina.
I mean, you're still pretty impressive. Like, I I mean, I can't change into a seal.
Pretty
And
cool.
I mean, you were able to turn into water. Like, how is that not impressive?
That was pretty cool too. I don't know. I'm learning all this stuff. Like, yeah, it was pretty cool. I felt pretty cool.
Well, I can verify that it was pretty cool, even in my dazed state. You're
I don't
learning so much. You've, I mean, to be honest, I feel like we've all grown a lot these past few months.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's-
I don't know if it's fear or like wanting to run away from something that I know is gonna suck, but I am just feeling really,
Overwhelmed.
I guess, about going back to Vasselheim and dealing with all of this. It's like, you know, it's gonna be bad, and why are we going towards the bad instead of away from it?
Because we actually have a shot about making a difference.
I never wanted to be a hero.
I didn't want to either. But life doesn't always turn out the way we plan it.
I'm not very good at plans.
Trust me, I'm neither am I. I'm trying to get better, but anytime I want to do something, we always have to go deal with something else first.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
I'm trying to plan something with Gormrog, but shit keeps happening.
Is that a thing now?
Yeah. He said
Like
he
a
owes me a
real?
date. Or he said I owe him a date. So,
What are you gonna do for your date?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Gormrog says he has a few ideas, but I mean, I've never really been in a relationship before. So, have you?
Well, no.
Okay.
No, I was gonna say I would have no advice over here, so sorry.
It's okay.
But I think you both look cute together.
Thank you.
I hope
Maybe
you
you
have a good
could,
date.
I mean, maybe you could show me how to actually cook something decent.
Oh yeah. We could get some rosemary.
Stop shaking your head. Dom.
Told
But
you I had ideas.
I'll think on it. I'll see if
Okay.
I come up with any ideas.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's not die before that date happens.
I am stocked up on diamonds, so hopefully we won't have to. I have one for each of us. I have 5 in total because I never ended up needing to use the one when we were at the Dawn Keep Citadel.
Yeah, because Pike's awesome.
Yeah, she came in. She came in clutch, that's for sure.
Hmm.
Do you want a couple of the diamonds? Because I know, like the life blade or whatever, if it's able to do that.
It is. It is. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
That'd be good.
reach into my bag and hand you 2 diamonds.
Speaking of which, what are we gonna do about that one that's in your bag?
The diamond or the blade?
The blade. There are people back at Vasselheim who want it back.
I guess I never really thought about that.
But also the people at Vasselheim suck. So
I mean, they were able to get robbed pretty easily. So,
yeah, so
and I guess we don't even have a shred of thought on where that air, the air blade is. And we only have a piece of the water blade.
mhm.
I mean, you have like that, like
Was-
compass
yeah,
sort of thing.
yeah. I don't know if I can like pinpoint specifically. I think it's kind of just like a generalized buzzing feeling.
Yeah, because at least when I was able to glean the location of the others, it looked like one of them was in a desert and another one was just on a ship.
Mhm.
There are so many boats.
And was it on a water ship or an airship?
I don't actually know. I just saw that it was on a boat or ship, whatever it is.
We should probably talk as a group about
See
what we're
what we want to
doing with
do.
this place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything just seems so heavy and like big problems, you know?
Oh, I'm sorry that we never got to go to the, what was it called? The Slayer's Take?
Yeah, the monster hunting people. Yeah. I mean, we're going back. Maybe we can do it after we whoop some Rainer ass.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
Something that doesn't make us feel like the entire weight of the world's on our shoulders.
It's like I want small problems mixed in with some of the big sometimes, but right now it's just been very big stuff.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll get a chance to breathe after the whole Sammy Rainer thing.
Yep.
Do you want help cleaning up?
Sure.
Awesome. I'll stand up and start cleaning up dishes and
Okay.
start cleaning up.
As the pair of you begin to tidy up for the evening, unless there's anything anyone else wanted to do. Eventually, as the evening wears on, you all find yourselves becoming exceedingly tired and making your way off to your beds. Unless two people wanted to share a room, you all find your way to your own rooms.
We're on the ship, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
So there's only one room.
right.
I'm
The
gonna sleep under a cannon.
hammocks. There's the hammocks that reside below. Unless two people are taking the smush room.
Ew.
Not when you call it that.
That just, ew. Never say that again, please.
Sorry, my inner Snooki came out. But with that, you all find yourself to sleep for the evening before the next day arises. Can someone go ahead and roll me a d20?
13.
Okay. As you make your way up to the deck for the next
I'm
day,
already on the deck.
as you wake up in the morning, the sun kind of trying to peek through the clouds as these Well, not storm clouds. It is cloud cover with this heavy gray overcast covering the sky, and every little bit you feel the light pattering of rain against your face, being one of the things that kind of pulls you from your sleep in the morning clover. And while it's not enough to kind of slow your journey, it is just putting that much more of a damper on an already weighty
It
traversal.
actually feeling the rain against my skin, I'm going to stand straight in it and let it like just soak me, and it's actually the best and most relieving that I felt.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take that, switcheroo it,
All right.
and I'm gonna enjoy the rain.
Perfect. Eventually, the rest of you awaken and gather up together, whether being on the deck or down below, to enjoy some of the morning breakfast that is served. That is up for all of you to decide. And you have the day amongst yourselves.
Knowing that it's raining and cloudy and stuff, I'm gonna say a prayer to the Storm Lord.
Okay.
Um, Looking out over the edge of the ship at the cloudy expanse, looking up into the rain. I don't really know how this works for you, but it's kind of storm-ish, so I take it you're around. I just, we're about to fight Semayor or Raynor or both. And we're going to be working with Earthbreaker Groon and your people. So I guess I hope I see you there on our side. I'd appreciate it.
Roll a religion check for me.
Religion is +1 for a total of 18.
As you are gazing out across the hull of the ship, you stare across the clouds, and while none of these seem like storm clouds, you hear the faint rumbling of thunder, and you see a little bit of electricity crackling through the upper clouds, moving towards your ship before and you feel the hairs on your arm kind of stand on end for a moment. You wonder if that's a prayer answered or just lightning.
And then I'll go about my day.
Okay. So, as the four of you gather together, unless someone else had something alone they wanted to do?
I was just gonna say
Hydrate or
the
die.
next
Amount of hydration.
To get more redeemables.
Shout out, Justin.
Thanks, Justin. Before meeting up with everyone else, I stay in bed a little longer than usual. Sort of hearing the soft sounds of the rain, a little bit of the winds coming through the sideboards of the ship. Just thinking and sitting before. After a while, I'll join everybody else up top.
Is everyone gonna be like in the kitchen area, the dining area?
At some point, for sure. I'll get some breakfast.
Okay. So, eventually you all gathering in the galley.
Clover is dripping wet. Like, her fur is soaked. Her outfit just like is spotless with rain. Spotless with rain. You know what I
Spotted?
mean? It's dripping wet.
There's no dry spots.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Spotless. Yeah.
Yeah, spotless with rain. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I got it. I understood. I'm on the same wavelength. I'm there. Picking
I
up
know
what
what
you're
you
putting
meant.
down. So, how's everybody doing?
I've been better, but I got to dance in the rain this morning, and that was something.
Yeah, kind of in the same boat. Could be better, could be worse.
I just woke up
You.
this morning and it took me a second to remember that he's not here, and it's kind of like it hit me all over again. I feel like that's just gonna keep happening to me, but I'm going to try not to bring the entire group down with me after this moment where I just brought you all down with me.
And we'll always be here to lift you back up.
Don't yawn at that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Rude.
Shame.
Whisper,
How
how
you
are you
doing,
doing?
Whisper?
I'm fine.
Insight check.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Whisper's fine.
I'm
Just
fine.
fine.
Whisper, you're cooking.
Looking at 3.
I ate what you
Thank
cooked
you.
last time, and it was the first thing I've had since we've been on this journey that reminded me of home.
Really?
It was really good. I feel like it was something my mom would make.
Awesome. I'm going to admit I didn't really know what I was doing with the vegetables. I was just experimenting on that one.
Honestly, the spices were good. Was that rosemary?
Yeah.
Spices were good, and they were cooked all the way through. And you can't ask for too much more with vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Cool. Maybe if this whole, like, saving the world business doesn't work out, I know what's next.
It was honestly just nice not eating bread for the first time in like 50 days. I've been
Oof.
eating a lot. Nowhere we go has any vegetarian options. I'm stuck with bread.
Like I've made you food that
Bread and
wasn't good.
potatoes. Well,
Um,
when was the last time you cooked for me, Gormrog?
probably around the time we started on the ship.
Exact. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, Whispers was better.
Wow.
Oh. Pew, pew, pew,
That's what I
pew.
did for a living for years.
I guess there's something about cooking when it's your job and then cooking when it's your passion. I'm just teasing.
Mm-hmm.
Clover is
Hey,
Mhm.
Gormog,
Mhm.
do you need
hard.
some water for that burger?
We're like buddies now, right?
You got that cure wounds spell that
Oh.
I got you, buddy. I got
it
you.
just took fire damage. Uh,
How long till we get back?
so what, another day?
Yeah. On our way here, it took like a day and a half to 2 days, so same. Probably get
Another
Before we
Panetti.
get back,
Huh?
we should probably talk about the blade.
The blade?
Yeah,
Which one?
The water one, the one that we have a shard of.
The scimitar.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
They want it in
Uh-huh.
Vasselheim? Should we
Okay.
give it back?
No.
Should we keep it?
Yeah.
Taz, I love you. Just want you to know that.
You asked
I
me a
mean-
question and I answered. They already lost it once.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
didn't-
probably gonna. Sorry, what'd you say?
No, I'm just thinking if Sam and Rainer are after the swords, then if the swords stay in one place, they're gonna find them. That's what happened with Serafina. They found her because she always stayed in the same place. And they felt it.
What if we beat them?
What do you mean?
They got swords too.
Yeah.
We gonna take their swords?
I mean, we have to eventually, right?
And then what?
Yeah, I'm taking their swords. Screw it. Like, of course, if I beat them. Was there a question?
Are we going after all of them?
Well, like
Do
we're
we need 'em?
all need them, no, but
I mean,
we've been able to keep the death and life blade safe so far.
I guess if we're able to kill Sam and Rainer, then maybe we don't need to keep collecting them. I mean, I personally would love to be done with this, but they're really strong and they've caused a lot of chaos and they have really impressive magic. They have the elementals on their side.
Mhm.
So I think we're gonna have to keep collecting swords until we can kill them. Or make them stop. Maybe one day they'll understand and they'll reason with us and they'll just stop.
Well,
They are. Sorry. I was just gonna
I
say,
don't think they're gonna stop. Yeah.
when we talked to them last time, they seemed pretty stuck in their ways.
So are we gonna lie?
That's,
about the
that's
sword?
where I was starting. Like, we got one problem immediately when we get back, and then we have the bigger problem of beating the two peoples. But
I don't think we need to lie if we want to keep it the blade.
I
I think
feel
we
like
do.
At this point, I do feel like at this point Citron should trust us after everything we've done for them.
I feel
Mm.
like more than
Citron who I'm worried
Tristan.
about.
Tr-
More than
Citron.
Citrin. Yeah.
Citron.
I my mouth works faster than my brain sometimes. So, Citrin is what I meant to say. More than Citrin. We rid Vasselheim of those fucking worms.
And
For
look
the
at how
most part.
ungrateful they were. They were so ungrateful.
Then again, we've come across a lot of ungrateful people.
That's why I was like, why are we doing this in the first place? Yeah.
Just because they don't understand the weight of what we're doing doesn't mean that we should stop doing it.
I don't want to
Neither
stop
do
doing
I.
it. I don't want to stop doing it, but I see where whispers coming from about whether or not we tell them the truth.
No, I don't think we do.
Well, if Sammy and Raynor can sense the other blades, and then they'll know we have the shard.
They're not the ones that we need to worry about for the shard. It's the temple, right? They're gonna want it back.
Mhm. Yeah.
So we can just say, yeah, we stopped Darius, but we're gonna hold on to it so that it's safer.
But what if they don't let us?
But lying would get us in more trouble with them. If we lie and they find out,
That's true too. I don't know. I'm just trying to see it from both perspectives.
Mm-hmm. It'll be safer with us. That isn't a lie. And quite frankly, we could keep it as payment, if nothing else.
that's
Do
true.
they owe us money? Do they owe us payment?
For emotional
For-
damages, yes. For
For
physical
stopping
damages,
Darius?
yes. For all they care, we saved Vasselheim from a growing corruption.
We're about to save it again.
And we're gonna need the sword to do that. Do any of us want to wield it? I mean, how much of the Finnick, how much of the blade is it? Do you get a good look at it? Is it like usable, or is it just a piece?
It's
Like
just
small piece.
let me look at the thing.
It is just a shard of the blade. It is not a hilt.
Okay.
It's just a shard of it.
It's usable?
It's tunable.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm curious.
I'll pull the shard out of the bag and extend my arm out to Gormrog. Do you
Take
want
it.
to try it?
Just be careful,
it'll-
you might get something weird. Like this.
Oh.
Or you might
Maybe we don't do anything until we're on solid ground. I mean, if it's a water blade, what if it like brings like a big tidal wave and we're like on a ship in the air?
Well, if the life blade is able to provide life, I'm sure this will control or create water in some way, so.
Exactly.
But it might be able to do more than that. We're not sure until
Until we try, I'm totally down for someone trying if they really want to. I just think that we should be on solid ground when we do it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Well, I'll take it. Just won't attune to it.
Well,
Until we land. If you want to.
I've got 2 short swords already, and a whole bunch of daggers. I think I'm at like 30 something daggers.
I mean, I could tie some string around it, try and turn it into a necklace, or if you want me to keep it in the bag of holding until we land, I can do that too.
A scimitar is pretty long still. I mean, it's not like a full-size sword, but it's much larger than a dagger.
Could make like a statement piece necklace. Like,
I'll hold on to it.
okay. I just didn't know how large of a shard it was.
Probably about this big.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a big statement.
It's like a brick size.
It's about the
Imagine
size of
Gonna
a
hit you
dagger.
in the head with a brick.
You said a necklace. I was like, but
Yeah, a statement necklace. The 2010s are calling.
Mhm.
Gormrog, as you're holding onto this piece now, you feel in your chest slowly, like a swirling, slowly pushing into your heart, like a faucet is being let in, is slowly swirling inside of your chest.
It's a good feeling or a bad feeling?
It doesn't feel like it's hurting you at all, no. It just feels like there's a storm beginning to brew inside of your heart.
Oh, I was there already. But good to know. Note to DM, I am already full up on attuned items.
Okay.
So if I'm going to attune to this, I will need to unattune to something else.
If I remember
Um,
correctly, Whisper, these are not part of your attunement slots, correct?
I have been. I'm pretty sure. Let me look. Yeah,
Okay.
they are attuned.
Disregard what I said.
Yeah.
So just point of note, if this is because I am attuning to it, I will need to remove something else.
Okay. Well, that's for you to decide. If you take
Keep yourselves
this,
honest, players.
that's for you to decide if you allow this to attune to yourself.
And be careful. Remember,
I'm gonna wait.
we were told about the soul thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. But for right now, I'm just gonna hold on to it.
Okay.
I wonder if it will talk to you. Did you?
Did the shard talk to you when it was
Like,
Nox?
I mean, yeah,
Oh. Because
they both did. So
I don't know. Maybe. I feel something, but
what's the
I'm
feeling?
not attuning. Kind of like a storm. Just the beginnings of a storm.
Inside?
Yeah.
Like a stomach ache?
A little further up.
Mm.
More like indigestion, but
Like
not
weight?
necessarily. I don't know what that is. But
That feeling.
it,
I don't know.
it's feeling like a storm's brewing inside me. It doesn't feel bad, but I don't know quite how I feel about it yet. We'll see.
I'm excited for you.
All right. One of us. One of us. But I don't know. I'll wait, like Clovis said, till we get on solid ground.
Okay.
We didn't actually decide if we're lying or not, though.
We
I
can
think it's a little
decide in a
important.
moment.
It seems like Finnick and Gormrog don't want to lie, and I'm neither here nor there on the topic. I think either way would work, so
Y'all have too much hope in people.
majority.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. But most of my hope is in you guys. So there.
Well, then they got all mad at us for more things, and they're like, "We want it back. Don't say I didn't tell you so."
I mean, what are they gonna do though? Are they gonna fight us for it? Are
I
they
mean,
gonna
if I
kill us?
attune
get
to
it
it, they won't be able to take it from me.
back? That's
Unless they
true.
kill you.
But I don't think that they would. I mean, we
Kill a
don't
hero
have
of
And
to
if they
Vasselheim?
tried,
we don't have to talk to all of them. We really just have to talk to Citrin, right? And he can take it from there.
Yeah, that's kind of the line I was thinking. The course of action. The chain of events.
And just as a point of order, because it seems like there may be a little bit of confusion, Citrin and the Platinum Guard are separate from the temple.
Platinum Dragon's Temple.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Citrin is
this-
also our liaison.
Okay.
Yeah, but this was taken from the Frostfang Citadel.
No, it was not.
Not
It was
from the
taken.
Platinum Dragon.
It was taken from Platinum Dragon Trust.
Them jerks.
Yep.
Me, wrong this whole time. I totally thought that it was taken from the Frostfang Citadel.
No, it was taken from the temple. But
It was broken too.
we'll figure it out. We always do.
we do.
You want to play another game?
No.
Like what?
Oh, nice.
Oh, come on, Clover.
No. You guys can play a game. I don't feel like it. I'm gonna go find some breakfast or something.
Okay. Let us know if you change your mind. It's an open invitation, all right?
Okay. I will leave them and then I will go find probably bread.
Yeah, pretty much.
Breakfast
That's pretty much all.
potatoes.
There's breakfast potatoes and bread.
Yeah. Potatoes. That's what's on the menu for Clover.
All right. So, as the team begins their activities for the day, having decided on what to do with the blade, at least in temporary, the day kind of drags on with little event as you continue your northbound sail through the sky. Eventually, the weather beginning to grow colder, requiring some of you to go ahead and don your winter clothing once more. Unless there's something anyone wanted to do specifically for the day.
I just want to spend some time with Goldie.
Okay.
Like,
Wanna
do
go
a
on
little.
Flight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to go on a flight with me and Talon?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of training as well.
You want to take cilantro with you?
I'm a Soko.
Sure. I'm a little worried about cilantro getting blown away, but
No. Cilantro will just hold on to you, but like it'll be good for.
As you
Get up
launch,
in the
you
air.
see Cilantro's eyes are just like loving it. His tongue's like hanging out of his mouth, just wagging.
I make a
behind him.
little. I use like a little bit of string I have and a little bit of like rope to make like a DIY harness to like strap onto, like tie onto my armor.
Right, just a little kite, like a little
Just a little.
dragonling kite.
So it's like,
Yeah.
He's loving it. Doesn't seem. It looks like he's having a bad time, but the tongue's hanging
I
out.
insight check the pseudo dragon.
He's having a good time. It's just it looks painful.
At some point, I'll like slow down a little bit, let Cilantro like.
And he kind of lands on your shoulders, and his eyes are still super wide. He's breathing really heavy.
I pull out like a little bit of like dried meat from my rations.
Wow.
You ready? You want to keep? Okay.
Somebody put that.
All right, let's go.
As you launch once more, there's this little squeak that kind of comes from. He's like, but you both enjoy a good flight, flying next to the airship as
And I
the ocean passes underneath.
while we're flying at some point, if Gormrog's out on the deck, I'll just sort of look at him. And then I'll point to Cilantro.
Okay. As the day drags on, eventually, the sky beginning to darken as you all finish your flights, and Cilantro curls back up on you, Gormrog, just exhausted and freezing cold, considering.
Hmm.
He kind of curls up underneath your robes to try and get warm from the buffeting of cold air at this altitude.
I'll wrap my jacket around him so just his little head pops out.
Yeah, it's just instantly falls asleep, just kind of like hanging there. Eventually the sky darkens and night takes the ship once more as you all continue the quiet travels northbound. And if there's nothing anyone wanted to do, we can move on from here. Okay. It's at this point that the sun begins to rise, and whoever would be first awake in the morning, Clover being on deck already, you awaken and you see the mountains of the continent ahead of you. You don't quite see Vasselheim yet, as between the darkness and the distance, it hasn't quite come into view. But as the sun begins to peek over the mountain ranges, eventually you begin to see the city of Vasselheim come into view. It's a little too dramatic.
I was about to say, that's one hell of a music change. Shit.
Well, I mean, depends on what's going on over there.
True.
That's true.
Okay.
Can I check in?
Roll a perception check for me.
Guidance.
Are they already there? Is everybody
Nope.
dead?
What does guidance add me?
D4.
D4.
Oh, it's really hard to pick up things in school. I don't think it's gonna help me at this point.
I
Nope,
tried.
it's definitely not. Definitely not. 10.
It, between the blaring vibration from Gormrog's now holding this blade, it's actually throwing off your ability to kind of sense the other blades that are out in the distance. It's just messing with your perception too much, and you can't really get a good sense. Though you do feel it north of you.
Mm-hmm.
But as Clover, you look out and the sun begins to crest over the mountains, shining light down on Vasselheim. You see that front gate that everyone comes into the city.
Mm-hmm.
You see large stone a rupture from the ground directly through the wall. You see it
Oh,
crumbled
no.
around.
Gormrog, Finnick, Whisper.
And you see that
Running up.
large titan standing in the city. It was there when you were there before. It's still there. But
What is it?
you see
Moving.
where normally its head was completely gone and it was just that flat surface. And there was chains hanging from it to the various shops and things that have begun to use the body as extra real estate. You see stone from the shoulders slowly growing.
Don't like that.
I don't know if we were fast enough.
Maybe there's still time.
Yeah,
And
I hope so.
I'll shout to the captain. It's like, we need to move quicker.
Okay, well, hold on then. And you feel the ship lurch forward as it begins to rapidly traverse towards the city. As you get closer and closer, you see circling around the Titan in the center of the city, wyverns. And they're diving into the city, diving down to the street level, diving at bits of the Titan itself, diving towards it at targets that you don't see from this distance. You see in the city proper eruptions of stone as city streets are quickly engulfed in just rock and stone as it erupts from the ground below.
Got two options. Do we go up or we go down?
What would we do if we go up?
I could shoot it.
Maybe she's at the
Why we
top.
need explosives.
I mean, I could
could
always take
shoot it,
Goldie
like,
and
with
see
the
what I could
cannon.
see.
I could shoot it with the cannon. Cannonballs might do something, and I've gotten a lot of practice.
I think getting
I
out
mean,
there
if
with
you-
Goldie would be good. Get a report
Okay.
from the rioters.
Yeah.
Clover,
And
I
I'll,
think you should
like-
arm the cannon.
I'm on it. That's where I sleep. I am literally on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have my armor on. And then I'll hop on Goldie and
Hydrate, motherfuckers. Sorry.
lie down.
I get my channels mixed up.
Thanks, Hunter.
Thanks. And then I will take a nosedive with Goldie.
Okay. As you dive down, you begin to approach the city just a little bit faster than your airship's able to. You eventually come in across the city and you see there are earth elementals and these bits of stone, animated stone with this heavy armor set on, working their way through the city. You see them smashing bits of building as they pass, erupting stone every step they walk. You see stone jutting out, impaling people as it goes, tossing people to the side. You see these heavily armored stone knights almost slaughtering monks as they walk down the street.
Oh my gosh.
You see some of Earthbreaker Groon's order doing their best to fight against the stone knights. And it's at this point, as you enter in over the city, a wing of the Platinum Guard kind of falls in line with you guys. You specifically, Finnick, are quickly joined by the more muscular wing commander Draven, and kind of flies down next to you. Well, we caught her at the gate.
Where is she now?
Last I saw, she just made her way into the Titan.
Into it?
Yeah, she's working her way up, I think. We've got people spread out throughout the whole thing. There's people standing guard on each level, but for whatever reason, we hit her and nothing does any damage to her.
She's not going to be affected by anything non-magical. Her skin is as tough as stone. If you have people that can use magic, use it.
Okay, we'll spread the word. Do you know where she's headed to in that thing?
Probably the heart.
All right.
She's going to try and resurrect it, and we need to do anything we can to stop it.
The heart it is. Where are you all headed?
Wherever she is.
To the middle of it all.
All right. We'll do our best to give you as much time as you can. No sign of the man, though.
Okay.
Kind of peels off as their wing disappears. And at this point, you see, as you're close enough now, there are what you assumed was just dust and smoke from the battle below. There is now hundreds of winged, dust-like creatures in the air. Like a cloud of, like a sandstorm moving through the sky. You see them envelop a wyvern in this dust cloud, this sandstorm, and it swirls around them. And as it kind of dissipates, you see the wyvern just drop from the sky as its skin has been stripped from its body.
Oh, no.
What's
I'm
up?
gonna try and I don't want to get into the dust cloud. I'm going to, like, Goldie's like gonna flap their wings, and we're gonna like go back upwards and then head back towards the ship.
Okay. What's up, Whisper?
And while Finnick flies off and Clover goes to the cannons, I want to get Gormrog's attention immediately when that happens, when we see that the attack has already begun.
Okay.
Gormrog, I don't think you have time to decide whether or not you're going to take this. I think you have to decide right now.
How much time does it take to attune to an item, Joe?
For these, it's instantaneous. It is, as it's been with both of the blades for Whisper.
Drop the brooch of shielding, and I attune to the blade.
As you
Know what this means. Make sure
My
you
soul.
know. Yeah.
As you drop the brooch, you feel that storm flow into your chest, and you feel electricity surge through your body in that moment. As around your neck, the blade fades into you and disappears, leaving just the chain, and it just slides off your neck and clatters to the ground now, without anything holding its center. You feel that storm brewing inside you, and you hear a voice press into your mind. My change bringer. How interesting. What a world we've come into. What are you going to decide to do with us?
You are a tool.
I am change, my little one. We'll change things together.
First thing we're changing is Sema-Yor.
As you say that, you see the electricity crackle at your fingertips as you feel the energy surge into your soul. And with that, that is where we're going to call it for tonight.
That was such a good moment. That was such a good moment.
Love it.
Okay. So, we are back in next week with part 1 of our 2-part recap for everyone that wants to catch up on this adventure, because it has been 2 years now, over 2 years, and there's a lot of story and a lot of new people coming in. So we want to give everyone an opportunity to kind of catch up. Yes, this is a new camera as of a few months ago. That being said, catch us tomorrow for Spell Shots and Wednesday for QPD.
Yes, and catch me on Saturday night over on the Records of the Realm channel for a one-shot.
That being said, I've got nothing else. If you guys got nothing else, stick around for the raid. Jem, have a great time at Burning Man. We will miss you greatly as we do our recaps.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone who raided us tonight. We had 3 different raids. Thank you so much to DKMC, Don't Kill My Character RPG. Thank you to Dicey
Decisions.
And thank you to Maz. What is the? I want to make sure I get the actual title of the channel correct. Maz. No, not Maz. Mazface. There we go. Mazface. Thank you, Mazface, for the raid. Thank you everyone who subscribed today. Thank you all for the new follows. We love you, geeks. Good night.
Stick around for the raid.
Yes.